It's the Pet Show with Dr. Katy Nelson.
Well, spring is in full bloom, but that also means mosquitoes are in full buzz. And with the CDC just announcing everyone is at risk this season, we have Damien Sanchez of DC Mosquito Squad here with how to help keep you and your pets safe. So basically, we're all targets.
Yeah, you know, the CDC had an announcement just saying that everybody is prone to mosquito bites, but it also kind of brings awareness that mosquitoes carry diseases, and mosquito-borne viruses really don't have, there's no vaccines, there's really not any good medications to take care of it. So the best prevention to avoid those diseases is not to get bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, which is easier said than done.
Exactly.
Even those of us going out to numerous baseball games covered in deep woods off are still getting bitten. So this also translates to our pets as well, because it's not only viruses that they carry, but they also carry parasites. They carry heartworm disease.
Yeah, I mean, dogs, cats, ferrets, you know, just the... You know, you don't even think about that as being a problem, but because most of the time it's a nuisance. You know, you get bit, you know, 5-6 times in a night, you really don't think anything else about it. You know, past few years though, epidemics seem to, or not epidemics, but just outbreaks seem to happen more often. You had Zika a few years ago.
West Nile before
West Nile is always, you know, around, and encephalitis, dengue, you know, just things you don't really think about, but they do happen. I mean, I know people that have had all of those. So what are some of the things that we can do around our home
to help prevent these guys from multiplying?
Yeah, so what you're looking at is, you know, one, you want to prevent breeding sites. You know, that's step one. Can be very difficult though. You want to turn over water, anything that contains water. I mean, mosquitoes lay eggs in something as little as a thimbleful of water. So you're trying to turn those over. If you have standing water that you can't eliminate, homeowners can buy things like mosquito dunks, which has like an active bacteria that kills the larval mosquito. So they can put those in there. Then looking at the yard, removing habitat, ivy, boxwoods, anything that's really leafy green that provides a lot of, you know, humidity and shade and protection are also places that mosquitoes like to rest and feed in. So, you know, if you can, the less foliage, like if you have boxwoods by your front door, you know, something like that that's heavy, as soon as you open the door, mosquitoes are flying in. So just try and reduce those spaces.
And that's something that we're always telling people too, for inside pets, you know, inside cats especially. People think that they don't get bitten by mosquitoes, but I mean, we have them in our house all the time. So using that protection for our indoor pets as well. And what are some other things you can do to repel mosquitoes?
So on an individual basis, things like picaridin or DEET, those are, you know, very good at repelling, but you have to lather yourself up. Then for people that are looking for something a little more natural, there's like lemon of eucalyptus oil that you can use that has, you know, some decent effectiveness. Then, you know, lastly, you can use like a company like mine to treat the property just to eliminate the mosquitoes that are there, and then also provide a repellency.
I'm always so impressed too when I see your guys come out, because we've been a long-time member of Mosquito Squad, but I mean, they are literally spraying the grass and the trunks of the trees and the leaves of the trees. I mean, you guys really try to cover all of
so
all
because
your
we're
bases.
trying to establish, like reduce the places that mosquitoes can rest in the yard. It creates like a little population depression, and then also it creates a repellency, so they don't want to fly into the yard. So that's why even for small properties, it can still be very effective to treat, which then gives you some protection for your family and your pets.
And that's going to definitely extend to our four-legged friends as well.
Exactly.
But still, guys, that doesn't mean that you don't need to use your heartworm and your flea and tick prevention.
I do that. I give my dogs tick prevention and heartworm.
And I bet you have the least mosquitoes and ticks and bugs in your yard.
I'm not taking any chances.
I don't blame you. I don't blame them. Well, thank you so much for all your great advice. And to find out more about your company, you guys can go to mosquitosquad.com. And not a commercial, but I highly recommend it if you like sitting out in your yard.